Every time a British person is arrested by police forces for standing for British rights, Islamic State wins. Every time a young person is arrested for talking against a foreign ideology disguised as a religion that tortures and kills those who don't want to surrender to evil ways, the survival of our way of life is in danger. Looking at the smiles of women of recently liberated Iraqi and Syrian towns, getting rid of burqas and niqabs and burning them, we can only despair when we see these ideological symbols spreading across British cities. The words of Katie Hopkins, "Get furious and fight back," seem like a forerunner of things to come for Western civilization to survive. There is an invasion going on. Make no mistake about it.
I have always felt the deepest sense of belonging in Britain. The history, the heritage, the ancient monuments, the charming streets, and of course our great cities. They spark something in my soul, something that pushes me to fight for this magnificent nation of people. But I also see great problems. I'm a woman, and I regard the betrayal of our young girls by police and politicians as one of the greatest crimes and injustices of the 21st century. I refuse to abandon our hard-fought-for rights or allow them to be stripped away or watered down under the guise of multiculturalism. I'm a law graduate, and every day I'm appalled by the systematic deconstruction of the rule of law in the UK. Large sections of inner-city Britain have become ungovernable, and the civil rights of our people are being crushed under the weight of a crooked establishment, too scared to tell the truth. I am a patriot, and I believe in protecting the British people at all costs. I love the people of this country, and I will fight their corner every chance I get. From the NHS to transparent government, I believe the British deserve the best. But if I had to really define myself, I would simply say that I am passionately, loyally, resolutely and proudly British. I am immensely proud to be part of this great country, but I am thoroughly ashamed of our politicians who have consistently let the British people down. We have been betrayed, taken for granted and used as pawns in a corrupt and soulless political game. It's time that we, the British people, were given the respect we deserve. It's time we cared for the most vulnerable in our society and stopped prioritising the rest of the world. We must stop the politicians from derailing Brexit, and we must work with our historic neighbours and friends in Europe, not just to guarantee Britain's exit from the EU, but to topple the entire dictatorship and bring it crashing down. We must destroy the enemies of freedom and liberate Europe. We should rejuvenate the European nation state. Let France be French, Spain be Spanish, let Holland be Dutch and Italy Italian. Let's defend this great ancient continent together. The threat of Islam cannot be ignored any longer, and we cannot afford to be politically correct about how we phrase it. We can't avoid difficult discussions or truths. We owe it to the British people to show some courage and to stand up for our great nation and its values. We must unleash the creativity of Britain that has fueled progress since the Industrial Revolution and create a new renaissance in art and culture. Small business must thrive once again, and excellence in education must provide our children with a bright future. And with a new British Constitution, we will safeguard the rights of everybody in Britain to ensure that we can live our lives freely and preserve British culture for future generations. With a strong UKIP, we will show the British people and the rest of the world that Britain is back. The politicians will not be our masters. We will not bow down to corrupt careerists or liars. We are the British people, and we will assert ourselves once again. I will lead us into this new battle for Britain. We will reignite a spark and the spirit of Churchill in the hearts of millions.
We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds.
I will represent the forgotten people of this country. and I will march into Parliament with an army of people alongside me. I will do it for our children, I will do it for our civilization, and I will do it for Britain.